Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Raised on a Garden Pantry. Today is Monday. Again, it comes around every single week, and today it's just a busy day, and I have been working in the kitchen. I have been canning salsa and some tomatoes today. Yes, it doesn't look like a lot, but it took forever when you have to peel and do all those tomatoes. It's so nice to have coming up this winter. Today we are going to be making a really simple dish of kraut and sausage. It's so simple, and I have a little special trick to get your kids to eat it much better. And also I'm going to make a really fast homemade spätzle. Yes, that sounds complicated, but it's not at all, and it's so easy and cheap to make. So this dinner is a very, very economical dinner. I wouldn't call it a $5 dinner. I'd have to do the math and see, but pretty darn close. And it's filling and it'll be delicious. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is make this spätzle. Now, we didn't grow up eating spätzle, but we grew up eating homemade noodles. And then I found this. This is really cute. I found this recipe in a magazine. It's a Taste of Home magazine. It says from 2008, and it has a bunch of German recipes on here, and they're really good. The Sour Kraut, and I don't think I've made that particular red cabbage, but I have another recipe that I'm going to make real soon, and I have another fun little story. But this recipe was I loved it. It was so simple and easy that I saved it. Yeah, it's from 2008, and I use it often. So the recipe is 2 cups of flour, and then 2 eggs beaten, and then 3/4 of a cup of milk here. So simple. Now this one in the magazine, it has like a butter crumb coat. I always just skip it, to be honest with you. I don't think I've ever made it. Maybe once I have, but with dry breadcrumbs and butter, but I just make it simple like that. And that is it. And that is all you do to make spätzle. It is so simple, and it's so economical. And sometimes I make 2 batches with my family, but I'm not today, just because I don't want a ton of leftovers. Well, there'll probably be some leftovers for lunch tomorrow, or not. I don't know. It doesn't matter. We usually end up making lunch or doing something anyway, but I'm not going to worry about that today. But that is it. That's all you do is mix this up, and I will show you the next little fun gadget that I have to make this dish. Now this is the fun little gadget. This is a spätzle maker, or spätzle, however people, say it. And all you do is you put this dough in the top, and you just run it over the boiling water, and it kind of drips down. If you don't have it, you can just use like a colander and put this in here, and it will and just rub it with a spoon, and it'll come down in the water as well. And this does work fine, but I got so excited, I forgot it needs a teaspoon of salt. And that is it. We'll set this off to the side. My water is coming to a boil, so I'll just show you the next step. Now, I just buy some Kielbasa sausage, any brand that works, and then I just buy a jar. I prefer the kraut that comes from a jar or a can, a glass, a glass, because it just doesn't have that tin taste. And then this will make 2. I did buy 2, but sometimes we just don't eat it all, and then I feel like we have it for days or whatever. But all I do is just use about half of this, and I put this in the freezer, or I leave it in the fridge. It'll last for a long time, because it is a fermented food. And then that is all I do. So all I'm going to do is cut this up, and I am going to put some of this in our pan, and I will show you how to do that. See, this dinner is easy. All I'm going to do is put this sausage, kielbasa sausage. You can use any kind of sausage. I know from Aldi, around this time of year, they'll start getting their German sausage in, which is really good. They're not worst. You could use bratwurst. But I just really like the Polish sausage. I know it's not German, but hey, it works and it's available all year round. But all we do is we're gonna brown this up, and then I'll add that sauerkraut, and it will be ready. Sometimes you can't get these open. I'm gonna show you this really awesome trick that a lady showed me when I worked at Sam's Club. And you just take your knife and you just pound it, and it should release that seal. See, oop, it spilled some juice. Just like that, so simple. All right, let's give these, even though they're getting nice and brown. These brown up real fast. They're really simple. Let me go back. I'll go back, and I will put a price at how much this whole meal is down in the description. And of course, the simple little recipe that it is. There, I think that is really good. If I let it go too far, they're gonna burn. So now I'm gonna I don't rinse the sauerkraut. If you can, if you want to. I mean, I don't. That will help if you have younger kids. You know, if it's too sour for them, that's fine. Let me turn off this fan, kind of loud. You can rinse it under the water a little bit, and that will take some of the sharpness off. I actually don't mind it, and my kids are older now. They don't seem to mind it. But I'll show you a real good trick that I learned from my aunt. Her name was Aunt Gogi, we called her. Her real name was Doris. That's about half. I'm actually going to put a little of that juice in there. I'm going to show you a little trick that I remember when I went to her house. We were visiting her. She lived in Florida, you know, for the winter. And then she had a nice lake house in the summer, and we would visit her or whatever. But we were visiting down in Florida with her one year. And I remember eating this at her house, and it was the best in the world. And I remember asking my mom, I'm like, can't you make it like Aunt Gogi made it? Well, this is the key, is some sugar. Just a little pinch of sugar to take that tartness off, and it really helped. That's probably good. It's probably used a teaspoon of sugar, and you can adjust it to your taste. If you'd like to, and that is it. Seriously, that will be dinner tonight. I'm gonna have that Spätzle. I think I might open up a can of green beans, or I might look in the fridge and see what kind of vegetable. And that is our dinner tonight. Simple, easy dinner. All right, so the water is boiling really well. Let's turn it down just a little bit. And all I do is put this in right on here, and we put this right in here. It's kind of not as goopy, so all it does, see, ooh, there it goes. That is all it does. Now you can do the same effect, similar. They might be a little runnier with the colander too. So I get some more of this in, and this cooks within like 2 minutes, and it's done. Okay, here we go. It is all done. There is the kraut and the sausage, and here is that delicious Spätzle. I put some pepper on it, simple carrots on the side. Delicious. I've had this before. I know it's going to be good. Yummy. I have not had this in so long. It tastes really good, especially when the weather is getting cold. So let me taste some of this kraut. Good. So good. Quick, easy meal that you can throw together on a Monday or any day of the week. You have a great day, and I will see you in the next one. God bless you all. Bye.